Good afternoon, everyone. I, CMLA Day, on behalf of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee ICAI, welcome all the participants in today's webcast from Excel struggle to Power BI power. I welcome to today's resource person, CA Vikal Jain, and others present over here. Now, I would like to introduce our speaker for today. CA Vikal Jain is a distinguished chartered accountant and a dynamic professional known for his expertise in data automation, financial analytics, and emerging technologies. As the proprietor of Vikal Jain and Associates and a consultant with the 16th Commission Ministry of Finance, he brings a wealth of experience in research and data management. A recognized leader in the field of automation, CA Vikal Jain has conducted over 100 Excel sessions across more than 8 countries and delivered 40 plus impactful sessions on artificial intelligence at platforms such as ICI study circles, AI hackathons, and government think tanks. His technical acumen earned him appreciation from the Deputy Governor of the RBI for his contributions to, to the NITI NCAER dashboard. Beyond traditional finance, he is also a digital educator and a social media influencer with more than 3.6 million followers on his Excel Tricks Facebook page and a strong presence on Instagram. He has created widely accessed tutorials on Power BI, Power Query, Office 365, and ChatGPT. His training programs have empowered over 500 professionals globally through platforms like GoToWebinar and Skype. A certified chartered accountant since 2013, CA Vikal Jain also holds a certification in international financial reporting standards and has completed level 1 of the AI certification by ICI. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ICI, for giving me this opportunity once again. I have spoken a lot on Power BI. Now again, I have opportunity to speak on it. So let me just share my screen first. I hope my screen is visible, ma'am.
Uh, it's
Okay.
still
So
loading.
base. So basically, now we are going to talk about Power BI and what is Power BI. Now today we are going to take an example of GSTR 2B and purchase reconciliation in using Power BI. And I will tell you why we should use Power BI as reconciliation tool in our office, because it is basically a tool in which we are going to build only once and we are going to use it forever. So let's say if you are integrating any software with it, let's say you are integrating your GST portal or SAP with it, so it means what will happen in the future. So we don't need to download the report, we don't need to do the activity once again. It will automatically reconcile each and everything and create a management dashboard that we can present to the management instantly. Now let me just talk about Power BI, what Power BI is. Then we are going to build a base how Power BI is going to perform in your office. So let me just start with the Power BI. So here is the Power BI. Okay. Now, so Power BI is basically a visualization tool which helps us to understand everything in graphs or charts. So basically, what it does, it's connect multiple sources like SAP, Oracle, PDF, Excel, multiple sources. It is connecting with us, and it helps to create a data in very means automation manner. Like if we are talking about Power BI, let me just open my Power BI in my system. So Power BI I'm opening. So you can download this Power BI from the Google, and you what you need to do, you need to search the Power BI 64-bit. So you can download it, and I'm using free version over here, and even you can search on the window tab. Let me just show you what you need to do. You need to search on the window tab, and Power BI desktop will appear here. If it is not installed in your system, so Microsoft window will automatically ask, do you want to install it? Yes or no. So if you will click on yes, then it is going to install in your system. This is the simple procedure for installation. So now I have opened my Power BI, and we are going to discuss the basic one. Then we are going to create some reconciliation tool over here with using Power BI, and I'm going to open my blank report over here. Now again, you will see here we can load the data from the multiple sources. You will see here we have Excel workbook, Power BI, semantic tools, text and CSV, web we can load over here. And here we have more options. And you will see here we have database, here we have SQL, IBM, SAP, here we have Power BI platforms, here we have Azure, here we have online services. So multiple sources we have. Even we can take the help of this other, and we can take the help of other tools to like blank query to connect multiple other sources like your GST portal. If you have API key of that GST portal, then you can connect your GST portal directly over here. Now I'm going to start with the Power BI basic once again, and you will see Power BI is very, very versatile than your Excel. So basically, Excel is easy to learn because we are learning our Excel from the day one of the our articleship. Now Excel is very cost effective, but you won't believe Power BI is means much stronger than your Excel. Why? It can handle more data size according to your Excel. Let's say if your Excel has let's say 7 lakh rows or 8 lakh rows, so Excel will not respond in fast manner, but Power BI will do it. And what Power BI does, Power BI has a cloud in the backend, so every data you can store on the cloud, or you can access anywhere from the mobile or desktop, anywhere. So here we have visualization tools, easy visualization we have. But in the Excel, what we need to do, we need to simply take the help of helper columns and working sheets. But here we have simple visualization tools, and obviously more securities we have, because we are using paid version of Power BI. So more security would be there if you are using cloud. But in this session, I'm going to use the free one to demonstrate you can take the advantage of free one. The advantage of paid one and the free one is, in the paid one you can publish your report on the cloud or download in the Excel file. You can share with the anyone, or let's say you want to restrict someone, then you can do that. So this is the advantage of paid Power BI. But the free Power BI tool, what you can do, you can simply create a dashboard and you can export in PDF only. That's it. So this is the free version, and this is the advantage of free version. So whenever I'm talking about Power BI, or I always talk about this, any kind of transformation or visualization tool is dependent on this simple basic. Means 70% transformation and 30% visualization. What does it mean? Power BI depend on 70% transformation. Means, let's say if we are connecting our 2B or purchase register from the portal, then we need to spend our 70% of the time on the transformation. What we need to extract, what we need to actually, let's say if we have, let's say GSTR 2B, I'm downloading from the GST portal. Let's say there are 200 transactions in that. So what we need to transform it, let's to concatenate GST number with the invoice number. Amount, we need to check whether amount is matching with the purchase register or not. Graph is not that much tougher. But if you are going to transform the data, the transformation part is obviously going to take you 70% of the time. And the second thing about the Power BI is, it is basically 70% of what? If we are leaving visualization behind, so Power BI is equivalent to your Power Query plus Excel plus Power Pivot. So Power BI is equal to 70% of all this. So Power Query again is also inbuilt in this Power BI. Excel, we can import Excel files directly in Power BI, and Power Pivot can help you in making relationships and measures, new columns. So these all features are available in Power BI. But one thing is not there, which is 30% visualization. So Power BI provides you more visualization. Even in today Power BI, AI tools are there, Copilot is there, so you can take the help of Copilot. But you need to take the advantage of paid version, or you need to pay some amount for using Copilot. And let me just introduce you with the Power BI once again. And here we have report view. So here we can create any kind of dashboards. Let's say you want to make your dashboard, management dashboard, and you want to share with anyone. So you need to create over here. And here we have table view. We are calling it as Excel view. So every Excel file will load here like a Excel. We can use all Excel functions over here except some. And here we have diagram view. So we can build a relationship over here. Here we have Dex view. Now you can see the Copilot over here. We can take the advantage of Copilot. And here we have programming view, TMDL view. So these are the view we are going to discuss, but I'm going to focus on these three part, which is report view, table view, and the model view. Again, I'm not discussing Copilot and and the programming part. Now I'm going to load data in it, and before loading my data, let me just share you one more basic over here. Is this, let's say we are making a dashboard and we are making a reconciliation from your 2B and purchase register. So here we have purchase register and here we have 2B. Okay, now what we are going to do, let's say my purchase register is or in my SAP software. Whenever I'm talking about a big company, okay, so means it is in the SAP software. So one thing is there, you can download the purchase register from the SAP, and it will create an Excel file. Now you can load the Excel file to the Power BI. Then it means it will not a real time process. So you need to always download the Excel file from there, and then you need to do it in manual fashion. But whenever we are talking about automatically connecting, let's say I have my IT team has integrated my SAP software with my Power BI. So what will happen? So let's say someone has done two more transactions, or let's say in the next month I want to create a dashboard once again. Then you can create a dashboard by simply right clicking and refresh over there, and the full dashboard will update. And you need to update your coding or transformation until and unless there would be major updation in Power BI tools. So that would be the exception part. Otherwise, what you need to do, you need to simply click on the refresh part. So that how you are going to create a dashboard from this 2B and the purchase register. Now I'm going to demonstrate some examples over here of using 2B and purchase register. So let me just show you my data. So you will see, and here we have 2B, and I'm using sample 2B. Yes, sir. Yes, let me share you once again. I hope Excel file is visible now. Okay. So now you can see my Excel file over here. Now you will see it is 2B, and I have generated a random 2B over here, but the same format in which we are download which we generally download from the GST portal. So you will see here we have 200 transactions over here, and there are multiple suppliers. Let's say, so you will see here we have multiple suppliers in it, and you can see here we have 10 suppliers. Here we have different invoice numbers, invoice date, and invoice type, regular, invoice amount, and place of supply, and so on. So all columns are there, which we are generally seeing in our general 2B from the portal. Now let me close this and let me show you my purchase register also. So here is my purchase register, and I have again using the demo purchase register over here, which we download from the SAP software. And this is a long view purchase register, and you will see here we have, so here we have lots of column in it. 19 column we have over here, more than column in 2B. And you will see here we have company code, document number, document date, posting date, vendor code, vendor name, so, vendor GST and invoice number. And you will see GST 2B portal format. So both invoice number are different actually. If we are talking about, let's say, a single supplier, let's say supplier number one, I'm talking about. So here we have 16 invoices, and in the purchase register, how many invoices we have? Here we have 18 invoices. Okay. Now you will see the invoice number entered in the purchase system or SAP system is different from the GST portal because of the software compatibility or manual work, you can say it as. Now you will see here we have invoice minus V001 minus 1010, and this is actual GST invoice number which has issued by your supplier. So what we need to do before reconciliation, we need to again fix this. Mm, then we can actually create our reconciliation from this Power BI. Even if we are doing the Excel reconciliation, we need to also fix this. So let me just close these two files and load into Power BI so that we can understand the complete process, how we can do it. And the same process we are going to do, which we generally do in our Excel file. So what we do in Excel file, so we generally open our Excel file. So I'm going to load my both, I'm going to load my both data over here. So here we have import Excel file. So here we have data. So let me just click on the path. So here I'm going to load my 2B first and open. Now you can see my 2B over here. So it is my 2B, and again, if you will see here, we have two options. First is a load and second is transform. And if we are going to click on this transform, so it will take you to the Power Query, and then you need to transform your data using Power Query. And if you are clicking on this load part, then what you need to do, you need to simply go to DAX and do the transformation. So let me just do the transformation using my Power Query first. And here you will see transform data. So what I will do to fix this invoice number, let's say I will delete this minus 3 minus. Instead, I will simply create minus. Means my new invoice number would be invoice minus 1001. So that's how I'm going to fix it. And in the same fashion, I'm going to fix my purchase register. So what you can do, first thing is you can take the help of AI. Let's say if you are new to the Power BI or Power Query, then you can take the help of this advanced editor. Let me show you the advanced editor also. So whenever we are going to click on this transform part, automatically Power Query do some transformation over here, and you will see here we have here is the steps which Power Query has done. So first is source, means the data loaded by you. Navigation means here are the navigation. You will see my header is appearing here. Now the third step, what it has done, it has basically promoted my headers. So my header was here actually. Now it has promoted my headers from here to here. Now you will see change type. The data type is very important when we are discussing my uh, Power Query. So you will see if we are not clicking on this change type. So here is the ABC123. It means it is treating as text. It is treating as text. Now you will see this is a date actually. So why it is treating as text? So Power Query cannot deal with the wrong data type. So let's say if we are going to integrate anything with this date, so it will not allow you to concatenate those two columns until and unless both data type would be same. Let's say I can concatenate numbers with the numbers, text with the text. So that's how you can take the advantage of Power Query. So you will see if I'm going to click on this change type, by default it has changed the data type of this invoice date to dates. Let me show you the other columns also. You will see here we have 1 2 3. It means invoice values are into a numbers, and here we have taxable value 1 2 3. It means it is again into a number. So that's how we are going to fix it. Now we are going to talk about invoice number, and what we need to do, either we can take help of the copilot to fix it, and what anything which is power query means which is recording by the Power Query, it's also creating a log, and you will see the log file over here. You will see in the home tab here we have advanced editor. Advanced editor is nothing, just a log file. So or you can say other name like coding language. So every step which is performed by the Power BI or Power Query, it is recording over here in the advanced editor. So if I will delete any of the single step, let's say I'm deleting this, it will create an error actually. Now done. So you will see my steps is now gone. So it is now showing me error. Now what I need to do, I need to load my data once again because I have not saved that step. So whenever you are fixing it, whenever you are dealing with the advanced editor, so you need to always ensure copy and paste the full code, then research on it. So I need to fix it. I need to simply reload my data, or we can simply do it from here. So I'm going to change type. I'm going to delete this change type because control Z is not there. So whenever you want to go one step back, what you need to do, you need to simply cut this here, and then you will go to the one step back. Now I'm going to promote my header once again, and you will see here we have promote headers option, transform, and here we have move. Just let me fix it over here. Here we have promote headers option uh, inbuilt in Power Query. Here it is. So the option is here, use first row as header. So I'm going to fix it, and you will see promote header is there and change type. So my data has been fixed it. Now, now I'm going to load my, I'm going to transform this invoice number. So I'm going to take the help of text to columns, or I'm going to split this invoice as a basic part. Let's say I'm going to split this by using delimiter. So here we have transform part, and here we have split columns. So by delimiter, or you can simply record the log in or record the programming code in your advanced editor by using AI tool like ChatGPT or Copilot. You can simply ask the ChatGPT like this: my invoice number is appearing like this, and what I want to fetch my invoice number, invoice minus 1001, give me the M code. Then you need to copy that M code in the advanced editor here. So after that, you don't need to do these kind of manual process like by delimiter and so on. So simply cancel this, and I'm going to split this because I'm going to use the graphical user interface, which is a basic one. So I'm going to split columns by delimiter, and by default it is showing custom, and by default it is reading minus sign, and click OK. And you will see my invoice has been split into three parts: invoice 3 and the last one, which is a invoice number. Now what I want to concatenate these two, invoice and invoice number 3. So if I'm going to delete this, actually I don't need this column, so I'm going to delete this. So delete. Now you will see invoice and the invoice number. Now you will see the actually problem in the Power Query. So Power Query cannot work with two data types. Let me show you how. So here you will see, here we have one data type which is text, and here we have second data type which is number. So if I'm going to concatenate these two, let's say I'm going to add a new column in Power Query, and I'm going to add custom columns. So you will see here we have lots of option in the Power Query. So here we have column by example. So it is as same as your flash fill in the Excel. So you need to simply create my first example, then you can uh, automatically fetch the other examples. And if you want to create your own custom column, then you can take the advantage of this custom column. And here we have conditional column, means like if function we are using, let's say if in amount is greater than this, then what do you want, in amount is less than this, then what do you want. Here we have index column, means serial number column you want to insert, and you, if you want to copy any column, you can simply use this duplicate column. So that's how this add column is going to work. I'm going to add custom column to show, to demonstrate you that Power Query does not work with two data types. So I am, let's say I am going to delete the step after that. So I'm simply saying it as rough column. And here we have, let's say my first invoice is invoice number 1. You will see I'm going to concatenate these two column, invoice number 1 with the invoice number 3. Okay, now I'm going to click on this invoice number 1, and I'm going to use minus sign, like Excel and invoice number 3. You will see here we have no syntax error have been detected. Now if I'm going to click OK, now this is rough column and it is showing complete error. Let me just click on my first error and let me show you what is the error. So it is saying we cannot apply operators and to text type and numbers, means text cannot be concatenate with your numbers. So this is the limitation of this Power BI query. What you need to do, you need to fix your data type first. Means either you need to convert both thing into a numbers or both thing into a text. So converting both thing into a number is not possible at all, because why? This invoice word cannot be converted into number, so both thing can be converted into a number. Instead, we will simply take the help of DAX and we will perform the same step, and the result would be there. So we are going to use DAX over there. Now I'm going to load my second file, which is a purchase register. Then we are going to actually demonstrate both the files and how we can means then we are going to reconcile both the files with using DAX. So here I'm going to load my second file, and I'm going to take you to the back. I'm going to take you to back on the Power BI. So close and apply, and it is loading my data. So you will see 200 rows have been loaded, and you will see here the data is. So my first data is here. Just click on this and the data is coming over here. So this is my data, and invoice number is separated into two parts. Now what about the original data? Original data is actually over there. So you will see invoice number is here, and invoice number is still in the same format, but in the Power BI it is splitted into two parts. So it means whenever we are integrating any software with the Power BI, it means it is not going to impact your software. So this is the advantage of this Power BI. Close this. Now I'm going to load my second file over here, get data and Excel workbook. Here we have purchase register, and I'm going to load this. The same step I'm going to apply on the purchase register. So purchase register, let me show you. So here is the purchase register, a big purchase register we have. Let me just transform this data. So again, I'm going to split my invoice by using delimiter. You can do the same activity by using DAX also, but I want to demonstrate you one example of this Power Query. So this is a good example. Here I'm going to split the same thing, and I'm going to use transform and split columns by delimiter. Here you will see minus sign is automatically coming. Just click OK. And again, we have three columns: invoice middle part of the invoice and the last part. Just remove this column. Again, I know I don't need this. Remove. Now I can load the data into Power BI once again. Home, close and apply. And my board data have been loaded in this Power BI. Now what I want, see, before performing the reconciliation, what I will do, let me just open my Excel to explain you. So here we have GST and here we have invoice. Okay. Now what you will do, I will concatenate these two, then we will perform a reconciliation. Always we are doing this in Excel file, but now this time first time we are going to perform the same thing in Power BI. So here I'm going to concatenate my GST number with the invoice, and here we have invoice number. So let's fix my invoice number first, then we are going to do this step. So I'm going to insert a new column, and you will see here we have new column. See, data type problem is not here in the DAX. So because this is a simple Excel, you can treat it as, so I'm going to say it as, so on, I am on the 2B tab, you can see 2B tab, so I'm saying it as 2B invoice number, 2B invoice number. I'm renaming my column actually. So here is invoice number 1, and I'm using and symbol and minus sign. The same thing we are doing in our Excel file. And the second thing is invoice number 2, sorry, invoice number 3. And so what it will do, in INV minus your invoice number, just click outside, and you can see my new invoice number is here. Now why we are doing this? Because both files invoice number are not same actually, so we are creating same invoice number. Now we are going to do the same activity with the purchase register. So here we have purchase register. Now I'm going to create my invoice number over here. So new column. So I'm saying it as purchase invoice number, and I will again use invoice. See, the beauty of Power BI is whenever I'm talking about invoice number, so it is not showing me to be part. It is only showing you all the columns related to purchase register only, because we are in the purchase register. So if we want to fetch the other table, I will tell you how we can fetch the other table also. So here we have invoice number 1 and minus sign and double quotes and the invoice number 3. So that's how the invoice number is going to make. Purchase invoice number now is actually same with the 2B invoice number. So both format are same, and we have taken the help of DAX. So we have splitted both the columns by using Power Query. Now we are concatenating both the columns by using DAX. Now in the second step, what we are going to do, so we can simply use like this. uh, Now I'm going to perform some visualization over here to demonstrate you how you can take the advantage of this. Let's say here I'm going to use single cards, and you will see here we have single card. Actually the name is not appear here, so that's the main trouble. Here it is, single card. So let's say what I want to see how many invoices are in my purchase register. So I will show you the numbers here. Then I will show you the how many invoices we have in the 2B. Actually 200 invoice are there in both the files. Just a hypothetical example we are taking. So let me just take that, just the GST number. I'm adding it. It is not showing this. So what we need to do, we need to actually count the GST number, or we can simply take the help of other columns like taxable value. So it is going to add that. So 7 million is the taxable value, but instead this summation I can simply use count. Here we have count function. Now you will see, so 200 uh, transactions are there. So let's say you are presenting to management. So how many invoices are there in the 2B? So you can say 200 invoices are in the purchase in the 2B and 200 invoices in the purchase register. We have reconciled both the thing, and this is the mismatch, this is the matching part. That's how you can demonstrate it. Again, I'm going to now I'm going to show you one more single card, and here we have single card. And now this time I'm going to add my purchase register count. So here I'm going to add any column you can add, just you need to change the summation to the count. So there are 200 transaction in your purchase register, and there are 200 transaction in the 2B part. Now, so these two single cards are showing the number of transactions. Okay. Now I'm going to concatenate my GST number with the invoice number to actually reconcile both the thing. That's we generally do in our Excel file also in our office. but we are simply presuming that our SAP software is connected with this. So that's how we can take the advantage of Power BI. So now I'm going to concatenate my GST number with with the invoice. GST and invoice we are going to concatenate. So I'm going to add a new column. New column in we are adding in purchase register. So I'm going to add here a new column. Since we are adding in the purchase register, so I'm saying it as it is a purchase register. Okay. Now invoice number and GST. So I'm naming my column like purchase register, invoice number and GST. So here I'm going to add GST. Here is the vendor GST, and I'm going to concatenate with the invoice number. Invoice number is here. Purchase invoice number we are going to take it. Invoice number, and that's it. And you can see GST is concatenated with the invoice number. Now I'm going to do the same step in my GST reconciliation. So here I'm going to add a new column once again. Sorry, I have mistakenly clicked on my new table. So here I'm going to add a new column. So here this time I'm going to take the help of a new name, which is to be invoice concatenated with GST number. So invoice GST. So here I'm saying it as GST number of to be. Here it is, and your invoice number is name with, here it is, to be invoice number, which we have created uh, short time back. So here we have uh, final argument GST and invoice number, and this is the final column we are driving it. So both thing now have been concatenated, and both columns are there in the to be and purchase register file. The beauty is we need to do it only once. Next time we need to simply refresh it, and you can see the option refresh over here is refresh. So next time we don't need to concatenate our SAP software once again. We don't need to do these kind of activities once again. So we are building a plant once, and we can take the fruits from that plant every time. So this is the to be and GST and invoice. Now we are going to add text, because let's say I want to demonstrate what is the difference in the text amount. So here I'm going to take the text. So let's say here I'm going to add text, and again I'm going to add new column, or you can take the help of new measure also. So what is the difference between new column and measure? Let me show you over here. So let's say if I am concatenate GST number with the invoice number. So here would be a first invoice number, and here would be second invoice number. So it will show me two value whenever I am using adding column. But let's say if I'm going to use sum function or count function, it is going to show me one value. Any function or anything which is going to show you one value is called it as measure. So let's say if I'm adding CGST, SGST or IGST, it will show you one value, and you can use a measure over here to add all the thing. So delete this, but instead of this measure I'm going to take the help of new column once again. So I'm saying it as total GST, or we are in the 2B, so we are saying it as total GST 2B. So here we are going to use CGST, or in the 2B CGST word is not there, actually central tax is there, plus state tax, plus the last thing is integrated tax, and that's how we are going to fetch out the total 2B. Here it is, total 2B. Now again I am going to calculate the same thing in my purchase register. Total tax of the purchase. So new column, total tax PR means purchase register. Now in the purchase register, we don't have central tax, state tax. We have CGST, HST, CGST plus SGST plus IGST. So enter. So this is the purchase register tax. So let's say if you want to fetch out the value in the purchase register of 2B, so how we can do that? So here I'm going to add, let's say, the GST 2B amount. Now I want, actually in Excel file, what we does, we do the same activity. We concatenate GST number with the invoice number. We do the same. Add total. We add taxes like we have done. Now in the purchase in the Excel file, we what we do. We next step is VLOOKUP. We use, but here we don't have any VLOOKUP. Here we are not going to use VLOOKUP, and you will see here we have text. Here we have relationship view. So let me just delete the relationship which has automatically created by the Power BI. So I'm not going to use it. Now I'm going to build a relationship actually over here. So here is the 2B invoice GST which we have created, and I'm going to link the same column with the purchase register invoice number. So it is showing me 1 to 1 relationship, and click OK. Have we done any mistake? Let me just click on this once again. So here it is, and you can see the invoice view also, GSTIN and GSTIN. If we are going to expand this, perfect. So invoice GSTIN invoice number, GSTIN invoice number, and we are linking both the column in relationship. Click save, and now you can see it is a 1 to 1 relationship. So now see, whenever we are talking about relationship in Power BI, let me just try to build the basic of relationship also. So everything has basic whenever we are discussing a new tool uh, in our practice. So if we are going to discuss the relationship, so here we can connect 1 to 1 relationship, means one record is there, and we are going to connect the one record of that party. Let's say one single party has issued you 2 invoices, invoice number 1 and invoice number 2. And here we are going to in the 2B, we have 3 invoices, invoice number 1, 2 and 3. So one invoice is not there, so we can connect 1 to 1 relationship, but we can't connect many to many relationship. Let's say if we want to connect GST number with the GST number, so that is not possible at all, because it will get confused which entry should be linked with the which entry. So that's how many to many is not possible. 1 to 1 is possible, 1 to many is possible. Let's say one transaction is issued in the multiple list, or let's say we are connecting our master file with the transaction file. Let's say here we have a master file in which sales GST number is there, party name is there. Here we have sales name is there. Here we have transaction file on which transaction customer GST number is there, not the customer name is there. So we can connect both the files by using many to one relationship or 1 to many relationship. But we can connect only these three relationship: 1 to many, many to one, 1 to 1. But we can't connect many to many, because always any software get confused when we are connecting many to many. Like I have taken the example of GST. So that's how you can take the advantage of this. Primary key is unique record. Whenever see, two terminologies are also there whenever we are discussing relationship. So it sometimes ask you which is the primary key. Primary key means like serial number is unique thing, GST number is the unique thing, or more unique thing is when we are connecting with GST number and invoice. So both thing are unique. So that's how we are saying it as primary key, unique record. Foreign key means GST number solely, means GST number. Here we have two GST number of the same party, and two transaction with the same GST number of the one party, means two transaction. Here we have three transactions. So that is foreign key which can't connect simultaneously. So that's how your relationship is like going to look like. And we can see whenever we are connecting multiple file in this Power BI. Let's say I want to reconcile my GST register with the purchase register. Okay. Now what is happening in my SAP software? Let's say I have downloaded my SAP software, and SAP software is not providing me the actual purchase register which I want for the reconciliation. Let's say GST number is there, but party name is not there, or let's say quantity is not there, let's say MRP is not there. So what I need to do, I need to link with the second file. So that's how we can link multiple files simultaneously. So what I will do, I will link my master files with the multiple transaction files. Like here we have one transaction file, here we have one transaction, one. So that's how we can connect the multiple files in the Power BI. So this schema is called as star schema, because when we are connecting multiple files simultaneously, so this relationship is going to look like a actual problem. Let me just show you. So if we are expanding this, so this is looking like one single cable, and when we are connecting multiple files, so it will look like a bundle of cables. So it will create a mess up for you. So what you need to do, you need to build this star relationship, and now you can connect easily. So I will connect this file with this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. So that's how we can take the advantage of this, or we can connect these type of files, like here we have product category and amount. Here we have product subcategory and amount. Here we have product description and amount. So we can connect like snake 1 2 3. So that's how we can connect the multiple files in the Power BI. So this is the again advantage of this Power BI when we are connecting multiple kind of relationship. Now let's come back to the our example, which we have connected our two files, 2B and purchase register. Now I'm going to focus on table view. Okay, now here I am going to insert a new column in the purchase register. So we are on the purchase register. Now I'm going to fetch out the 2B amount. So here I'm going to add new column, and you will see we are not doing anything new. We are doing the same step which you generally do in your office in your Excel file. So that's why I am saying it as this table view is actually nothing. This table view is a same copy of your Excel file. So now I'm simply adding a new column. Here you will see, here we have new column, and I'm going to say it as, now I'm going to fetch out my 2B amount over here, 2B tax amount over here to compare with. So purchase register and the 2B. Or if we want to take the advantage of this matrix, we can do that. Let's say if I'm going to click on this report view, I want to create a matrix. Okay, and here we have matrix. Please click delete this. Now I'm going to click on this matrix. So here is my matrix. Now I'm going to compare my GSTIN. I'm going to first compare my GSTIN, then I will take you to the invoice level working. So here I'm going to focus on my GSTIN part. So matrix view is actually nothing, is as same as your pivot table. And you will see whenever I'm clicking on this matrix. So that's why I'm less focusing on this visualization part, because visualization is just a drag and drop feature of your Power BI. And you will see whenever I am click on this matrix, so it is giving me flavor of the power pivot table, rows, columns, values, and filter. So four options are there which we generally see in my pivot table. Just click on this matrix, and I'm going to focus on my GSTIN. So let me just fetch out GSTIN of the supplier in the row tab. And you will see here we have only 10 GSTIN because we have 10 suppliers. And now I am going, I'm mistakenly I have deleted this. Now I'm going to add my total GST of the GSTIN, GSTR 2B, total GST 2B. Here we have total GST in the GCR 2B. Now I'm going to compare the purchase register. sorry, purchase register over here. So here it is. So there may be some issue with the GSTIN, or there may be some new GSTIN in the purchase register. So that's how it is showing like this. So this GSTIN, if we are talking about, let me just open the magnifier. Now you will see here if we are going to talk about this GSTIN, so it means to be is showing the total tax is this, and here is the purchase register amount which your purchase register is showing. So that's how matrix view can help you, like pivot table in Power BI. And let me just close this and let me take you to the other benefit of this Power BI. Okay, let me just shrink this. Yes. Now, if we are going to talk about, let's say, if I'm going to click on this single gestin, and you will see why it is getting difference, because in the 2B file there are 21 transactions. In the purchase register there are 14 transactions. So it means 7 transactions are not there in uh, in where in purchase register. It means 2B is getting higher amount because of this 7 transaction, or maybe it may be possible that there is a mismatch in the amount. So that's how you can take the advantage of this Power BI. Now let me just click on the second one. So this time here we have again same option, and let me if we are going to focus on this one, and you will see because the amount is actually matching. So 16 invoices there and 16 invoices there. Now let me just take, we can either let what I want to check whether we can drill it down or further. Actually metrics of have one more option, drill it down. And let's say I'm going to add my metrics invoice number, sorry. Now what I want to check my invoice number also with these amount. So I'm going to add my GSTN 2B invoice number. So here we have GSTN 2B invoice number in the row, and let me just focus on this single part. Now you will see the beauty is I have manually changed my invoice number in Power BI. Now it is showing invoice number 104 of this party is having to 900 in the 2B and 900 in the purchase register. So what is the difference actually? These 6 invoices, these 7 invoices actually are not there in your purchase register. So if we are going to double click on this, uh, just click here and just double click on it. It is not working. Yes. Let me just take you to the back. So double clicking feature is not working. So what I will do, let's say I want to do what? I want to focus on my single GSTIN. Let's say this time I'm talking about this one. So if I'm going to click on this, Power BI is getting hang. So in this, so there are 22 transaction in this 2B and 19 transaction in the purchase register, because we are comparing my 2B with the purchase register. So let's say I want to check only this single GST number, because let's say I'm presuming this party is very, very large or very impactful to my business. So I'm going to just double click on this. So it is taking me to the next level of all invoices, which is matching or which is not matching. So you can see this invoice is not there. 1146 is in the 2B and 1146 is not there in the purchase register. 1152 is not there. Again, I'm taking you the back. So that's how you can take the advantage of drill down. Or if I'm going to click on this single JSON and I'm going to click on this arrow, now the same feature will show you only the single JSON. It is again showing the both. Let me just fix it. So it has one more feature that it shows only a single transactions. Yes. Now you can see this. I have expanded all my GST number, and you will see this GST is having uh, 13 transactions. So all 13 are matching, and amount is also matching. So it means it is a visualization which is actually not compatible with my Excel file. It is still helping in my Power BI, and you can see all gestin we can see. And the beauty is we can simply export this file to PDF. Let me just uh, take back, and I'm going to export this. Export. My cursor is on the this one, so I am specifically focusing on this GST number. Now I can export this into PDF. Export, and let me show you how PDF is going to look like. So this time my PDF is going to look like this, and I need to specifically mention in the PDF or by way of text. I am focusing this 13 is actually showing what this 13 is showing the GST number this, or we can rename this card with this GST number. So that's how this PDF is going to look like. If you are going to format this visualization pane, so this formatting will also come over here. So that's how your visualization is going to help in your office life. Let me just take you to some more example of this reconciliation part. Now I want to fetch out my GST total text in the purchase register file directly, not in the visualization. Here I want my what? Here I want my GST amount. So I am adding a new column. So I am saying it as GST. Column number is very important in Power BI because why it is important. Whenever we are creating a column, so we can search the column name over here. Let's say if you are saying it as column 1, column 2, column 3, so you are not able to search it. You will forget which what does column number 1 mean, like GST number, invoice number. So whenever you are creating a column number, it is very important thing in Power BI. So I'm going to add a new column. I'm saying it as GST in 2B file, because total text we are on the purchase register. And let's say now if we are going to fetch out the GST from the 2B file, so GST, and you can see we are not able to catch the GST table. It is still showing purchase register, purchase register, purchase register. We are not able to fetch the GST table column. So this is the main issue with the Power BI. But here we have option. In the Excel we use VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, index match. Here we have a function called related. Related is actually a VLOOKUP of Power BI, of simple VLOOKUP. You will see if I am type the related function, and now it is opening the second table, not the earlier one. So here I'm going to fetch the GST amount, total GST 2B, click, close the parentheses, and just here it is. Now you can see, so all transactions are there. So you can see here we have no amount, and here we have no amount. Let me just change some amount in my raw files. Let me show you how it is going to take, how it is helping you to the refresh feature. Let me just change my purchase register also. So let me just change some transactions. I'm changing my vendor one transactions actually. or we can take the supplier. So first transaction is belongs to supplier 1. So I'm going to change this. Supplier 1 invoice number 1010. I'm going to change this. Supplier number 1. Sorry. Invoice number is 1010. I'm going to change this. Here it is, the first one. I'm going to, let's say, change the amount to 25 to 22. And I'm going to plot GST here. Let's say 18% GST I'm going to plot. So this is the GST, and I'm going to remove the formula. I'm going to change my invoice value also. So my invoice value is correct because the function is already there. Some function is there. So now I am going to just refresh my data and refresh. Now you will see the amount here. Why it is not refreshing? Purchase register 1010, invoice part supplier number 1. Let me just check the data. It has not updated actually. Refresh. Let me just close my purchase register file once, save it, and now refresh it. Yes, now it has changed. So let me just show you that transaction once again. Supplier number 1 and invoice number 1010. Here it is. So you can see 22,000 is there and 3960 is there. Yani it means whenever anyone is going to update the software or update the Excel file in the backend, it is going to just refresh it. See, Excel was not updating because my Excel was open. So that's why it is not updating. So let me just uh, fix it. Let me just remove the filter. So my filter is in the vendor column. Just remove it. Set all. And here we have blank column. One blank column is also there. One blank row is actually there. Now I am going to plot some reasons. So I will say now I'm going to use my if function here because we generally use if function after that in Excel file. Now what I will do, I will check whether my PR text is equal to be text. Yes or no. If it is equal to be text, then I will say it as match. Otherwise, I will say it as mismatch. Or if the invoice is not there, so I will say it as not in to be. So just use the if function, and again I'm going to use new column. Now I will tell you this DEX is actually same as with your Excel file. So I'm going to use now if function. So I'm saying it as status of my of invoices, either matching or not. So I'm going to use if function. If now it is asking me logical test. So if total text PR is equal to your GSTIN in to be file, so these two column are equal, then I will say it as match, the same thing which we generally do in my Excel file. Otherwise, I will use the second if uh, GSTIN to be is equal to blank, I will say not in to be. So this is the second criteria. See, if this to be column is blank, it means what will happen? It means GST, it means transaction is appearing in the purchase register, not in the GST file. So I'm saying it as not in to be. Or if Otherwise, I will call it as mismatch. The same way we use if function in my Excel file. So just close this, close the parentheses and close the parentheses and enter. So there is some issue with it. Let me just check whether what is the issue. See, whenever you are new to the Power BI or anything, you can the beauty is you can ask the issue with the AI. So simply you can copy the function even without copying the data and ask the AI what is the issue. How I generally do it, I simply copy this and open any AI tool. Like if I'm going to open this, sorry. So what I will do, I will simply copy the function over there to here and asking what is the issue in. I don't share my data in Power BI. So it is saying it Power BI does not deal with the blank like this directly. Instead, it use blank function. So I need to fix this. I need to, instead of this double quotes, I need to use blank and like this. So that's how we can fix it. And now you can see the AI is helping us also in fixing this. Now status is, so there are three status: match. These all invoices are matching in my purchase register, and these are the mismatch. So there is one invoice only which is showing mismatch, and here it is not in 2B, means these all invoices are there in this purchase register. Now let me just put one more pivot table. So here I'm going to create one pivot table also. Here I'm going to insert one more matrix. So I'm going to use this time status status of the invoices. Actually, my cursor is on this GST number, so that's why it is not showing me correct. Now, let me just take you to the amount, or we can add these two column again. Total GST 2B in the values. This is 2B and this is purchase register, and that's how it is showing you the values. One there is one blank transaction in the purchase register, so that's why it is showing the blank. And still, see, some GST are not there in your, or some transactions are not there in 2B, so that's why 2B is showing separate amount, as same as purchase register is showing the different amount. Means this amount, these GST number amounts, you will see uh, these are the extra amount in the purchase register which is not coming in the 2B, and the same fashion, these are the extra amount in the GST 2B which is not coming in the purchase register. If we are comparing my purchase register with the 2B, it means this is the thing. Now let's focus on this part. Now this I'm clicking on this GST number. So now what it is saying, it is saying there are 22 transactions in the GSTR 2B, 19 is in the purchase register. Total of GSTR 2B is 90,000. Total of purchase register is 81,000. And purchase register 81,000 is matching with the 81,000. The difference of 8,100, three invoices, which is these three invoices are this one. So that's how is extra summarization is possible by using this Power BI, a complete backup. Now, I don't need to do it the same activity again and again. Let's say someone will do 5 transactions or 10 transactions in future. So what I will do, I will simply refresh it and it will automatically update all the transactions. Next time, let's say I have multiple financial year also. So let's say I have financial year 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, whatever the case may be. In that case, what I will do, I will use the slicer. You will see here we have slicers. So now you can add slicers like let me just add us vendors also in the supplier in the slicers. So slicer here is the vendor name. So actually my cursor is on this. So that's why it is showing supplier to. Everything is linked in the Power BI. So now we have supplier, 10 suppliers. So here we have 7. I've clicked on the 7. So 7 is actually matching fifth one. Fifth one is saying this is the 20 invoice, 26 invoice. And again the same issue. 8, supplier number 8. Again we have a status of this supplier number 8 and supplier number 9. This is the supplier number 9, which is actually matching with the to be and the purchase register. So this is the idea behind it, how you can reconcile, how you can create a dashboard, how you can actually link your purchase register with the to be in Power BI. Now let me just focus on Power BI further so that we can complete this. So let's say this is the main thing, which this is main important part which we are going to discuss it. Let's say I want to check in this I want to check both things simultaneously. Which invoice are not there in 2B and which invoice are not there in purchase register. Then in that case, what I need to do, I need to append both the report. One two means, let's say, up in the upper part there would be purchase register, on the in the below part there would be 2B. Then it will be able to calculate that thing simultaneously. In here it is actually showing different thing. If I'm talking about supplier 3, so 9,000 is access in the purchase register, so it is showing not in 2B. If you are talking about the opposite, here supplier number 10 to. So see, we cannot check which to be invoices are not appearing in the purchase register. So if you want to check both the things simultaneously, then we need to take the help of this append queries. Append do, let's say here we have one data and here we have second data. So append concatenate both the data to one below to the each other. And merging means we are connecting both the data simultaneously. Let's say here we have data and I want to fetch out more transaction detail like GST, name along with the GST and code with the GST. So I want to concatenate my data like this in the columnar form. So in that case, I'm going to use merge queries. So this is only the difference between merging and append. This is a tricky part in Power Query. We have already covered this long back echo in the Power Query. And here we have lots of trick in Power Query when we are going to let me just discuss that also. So here is the home tab of the Power Query, which I have already discussed this. So Power Query has some extra feature than your Excel file. So Power Query simply can convert your date into a quarters, into weeks, which is not possible, easily possible in your Excel file. Let's say today is 18 December. I want to fetch out which quarter is this of this financial year. So this is not possible in Excel when we don't know advanced Excel. But in Power Query, it is easily possible. So basic concept is always transform your data before converting to meaningful data. So this is the idea behind it. And again, we have some more extra tools in the Power Query. So Power Query can deal with the text tools like Power Query can split your data by using delimiter. Power Query can split lowercase to the uppercase. Let's say if I'm going to talk about this name, let's say here we have this name like this. So I want to split this. There is no space in it. So Excel cannot do that until and unless you don't know the advanced Excel, or you don't know the use of AI. So these things can be splitted into two parts by using this lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase. Here we have lowercase to uppercase. So I'm going to use this lowercase to uppercase. This Vikal Jain name would be split into two parts. So here we can split the digit and non-digit. Let's say here we have invoice number and 2000. So I want to split this 2000 and invoice separately. So we can take the digit to non-digit. So here we have digit to non-digit. This is feature in your Power Query. Here we can convert your lowercase, uppercase, or capitalize each word, which is a proper function in your Excel file. We can add prefix, suffix in Power Query. Here we have extraction part of the text tools, which is we can extract the length like we generally do in my Excel file. Let's say I want to extract only three characters. So we need to use right or left function. Here we can use length by length, let's say three characters. First character, last character, range you want to split text before delimiter or text before after delimiter. It is as same as your text after or text before function in your Power Query. Now here we have number tools and we can do the lots of thing with the numbers also. It is inbuilt in the graphical user interface, and you can see some minimum, max, median, all the things are there. Round up, round down. Round is there, but in Excel we need to use round function, round up, round down function. Here we have index column. I have already told you serial number, we can add it. Conditional column is like if function in Excel. And here we have group and aggregating. Let's say here we have, let's say my sale is in the four region, north, south, east, west. I want to make a group, means how many uh, means how much sale I have means achieved in the north region. So it can group my north region sales. So this is the feature. One more feature in the Power Query is pivot and unpivot. So in Excel, we create pivot table from the data, but in Power Query, we can whenever we are talking about Power Query, let me just open my Power Query once again. So you will see here we have in the transform, here we have unpivot columns. So this feature was not easily available in your Excel file. Here we can convert your pivot table into raw data. Means we can unpivot your data using Power Query. So these are the extra tools which is available with the Power Query. Power Query can unpivot your data. Excel can't do until unless you do know the advanced Excel. Split data into rows means, let's say here we have this thing, Excel, Word, and PPT. Now what I want to split this Excel, Word, and PPT. So Excel cannot do that. Again, you need to know the advanced function, but it can split into rows. It can split into columns, but Power Query can split your data into uh, rows. You will see here we have options, split columns. Just sorry, let me just click on that. Here we don't have any function actually. Let me just fix it here. Split columns by delimiter. Here we have delimiter space. So you can see in the advanced option, we can split our data into rows, which is not available in your Excel file. So this is extra feature we have in my Power Query. Now we can manage the relationship. This is the part of DAX and Power Pivot in Excel. Now these are the function which we are going to discuss as a broader view when we are discussing Power BI. Here you will see here we have a sum function, average function. All Excel function are available in your Power BI except sum. You will see here are the some time intelligence function which are not available in my Power BI. You can see total YTD, total MTD. We need to use ring total. We need to use some subtotal function, aggregate function over there in Excel. But here we are readily available function. Here we have extra statistical function. Here we have some function like related is not there, related table is not there, lookup value is not there in my Excel. And you will see these extra operators is also available in this Power BI tools. See, power in Excel, we need to use equal sign. Let's say if I want to check whether this Excel is equal to this Excel. Okay, if I'm going to use equal sign, is this equal to with this one? So it is always showing true, but I want to check exact thing whether this exactly matching with this one. No, because E is small here, E is capitalized here, so we can take the advantage of double equal to sign, which is strictly equal to. Here we have less than, and here we have and symbol. In Excel, we need to use and function. And function is also available in Power BI, but here we can use the and function. And here we have or thing. Let's say here we have or. So these two pipe symbol you can use a to use or function. And one more feature we have in here. Let's say why in is there in Power BI, because everything is working on the column. We have not used anywhere range symbol in Power BI Dex. So what is in does, let's say I want to check whether, let's say I want to use if function, whether this is equal to A or B, means I am checking multiple rows simultaneously. Whether this GST number is A or B, it means I'm checking multiple GST number. In Excel, we need to use advanced function, but here we can use in the Power BI. For or, we need to compare these two columns. Let's say this is A or B, then we need to use or function. But when we are checking the multiple rows, then we need to use in function in Power BI. So this is the again readily available things in Power BI which are not easily available in my Excel files. We have already covered the if functions of the Power BI. So this is again the extra feature. Now I am going to take the one example of this measure, or how we can do that. Let's say I want to add a measure. Let's say I want to add IGST, CGST of the or of the 2B. So what I will do, I will insert a new measure on the report tab. I'm clicking new measure. Let's say I want to add total IGST. So I'm saying it as total, and you will see IGST, and here I'm saying sum IGST. Because I'm in the purchase register, again it is showing purchase register IGST. So now I will get the one value only, which is IGST, but we can't see the result directly here, but you will see the measure is appearing here. Total IGST is appearing here. See, whenever we have added a column, so it is showing function X, function X, function X. But whenever we have added a measure in this Power BI, it is saying calculator here. So this is the measure, and we can add a measure in report view like measure IGST. So we can add IGST directly here. You can see it is appearing in a single card directly, or it is again going to work with the slicers. So it is also updating with these slicers. So we can add either through columns, either through slicers, or metrics. So metrics is also updating. These are the important things. So now three functions are there in the Power BI, which are most important part. related I have covered. It is as same as your VLOOKUP. Calculate is actually filter. Let's say I want to, let's say I have I have sales with a single party and other parties. Let's say my related party is there. Let's say I have in my company's name is X company, and my 90% transaction is my 90% sale is going to Y company, and I want to check whether Y company is dealing good, is showing me the correct invoices or not, or rest of the party I want to compare separately. Then in that case I will use the calculate. So here the slicer is actually working with the all the parties, but I can put out a slicer to one party. Let's say if I'm going to fix it, let's say I want to check this total IGST on the supplier one only. So what I will do, I will simply add a new measure. So here I'm going to add new measure like this new measure. So I'm going to put a filter on this party number 10, calculate. I'm saying it as party 10 GST only. Okay. So here I'm going to use calculate function. Calculate is saying expression and filter. What is the expression? Expression is again nothing, just a measure. So here I'm saying it as IGST, total IGST, and I'm putting whether my party name uh, party name, here is the party name is equal to supplier 10. We need to ensure the spelling and just close the parentheses. So this is the new measure. So now I'm going to add a party GST, party 10 GST. Now it is showing me blank because a slicer is there. If I'm going to click on this party 10, so it is showing me 23 GST, 23K GST. It has charge in 2B. And if I'm going to click on supplier 2, you will see it is working. It is showing me this one, but it is not showing this party 10, because it is only restricting this box to the party number 10. And this all is a vice versa of this calculate. Let's say I want to focus on this party 10. Every time it must show the value, so I will use the all function. And all these functions are separate from your Excel file. Let's say you are new to it and you want to use any of the function, and you are not able to write the syntax or anything. What you can do, just write raw syntax and just put the raw syntax on ChatGPT. It will fix it. Just the same thing, and we have covered it. And your final dashboard is going to look like this. This is a text box. See dashboard. Let me just take you 1 or 2 minutes on the dashboard also. So what dashboard is? Dashboard is just a combination of multiple tools. Like if I'm talking about this, so this is just a dashboard, and behind this you will see a shape, plain shape, and this is a text box, this is a slicer, sorry, this is a single card, this is a single card, this is a single card, just a formatted one. We have seen a single card over here. These two are not formatted at all, and here these three cards are formatted one. Here we have horizontal chart, and you will see this chart is appearing here. We can add anything, just the page has been filled up. So here it is. You can add any of the data. These are the key tools which are helping you to add the data in these kind of charts. And this is a line chart because the customer base are more than 1 lakh in this. So that's why it is showing my line chart like this, like a share market. And here we have model names, which is a slicer. And here we have KPI card, which is a little bit handy chart in Power BI, which compare your current YTD with the previous one. So this is the KPI card. all are, when we have integrated all the thing, it becomes a dashboard, and we can create a multi-pager dashboard like this. Let's say this is a one pager, and we can, if we want to add a second pager of the dashboard, so we can add new page. And if I'm going to export this, export as PDF. Now you will see my PDF will have two pages. This is a page number one, and this is a page number two. Anytime I can share it with anyone. And if you want to take the access of this dashboard real time, then you need to grab the paid license of it. And if you want to, let's say, download the report in Excel file, then again you need to take the license of it. And if you want to restrict someone to using this dashboard, you need to take the paid license. So this is all about the Power BI, and here we have one more chart in Power BI, which is a map chart. And you can see map chart is there, and map chart is also available in Excel file. But again, whenever we are dealing with the Excel file, we need to share the Excel file with the third party always, even with the raw data. But in the Power BI, we are going to share the links, not the whole data. So that's how your Power BI is going to respond. Now we can proceed for the question and answers. It's over to you, ma'am, Millie, ma'am. Now we can proceed with the question and banks. Millie, ma'am. Sir, please suggest any course of action to learn advanced Power BI for the beginners. See, I can't take any name of any faculty in on the live platform, but if you want to connect me, tag team, can I share my number with them? Okay, understood. So, what I have done, I have means okay, we can do that also. Let me just share my number with on the PPT actually. So meanwhile, see, what I was saying is, see, I can't suggest any name on the live platform of the advanced Power BI for the beginners, because again, it is unethical for the ICAI. But I have recorded some videos. You can take the advantage of that. In and means this is it. So please tell the difference of the feature PowerPoint, Power BI, why is Excel. Sir, these three tools are separate from each other, means completely separate. Like one is north, second is east, and third is west. So you are comparing apple with the orange. PowerPoint is only for the presentation. uh, Power BI is on for the visualization, real-time visualization. And Excel file is not going to support you real-time visualization. If even if you are using Google Sheet, you are using OneDrive, it is still not going to show you. It is not going. It's still going to help you with the real-time visualization. Power BI can help you with the real-time visualization. Sir, any other questions? Okay. It's not allowing you access using email ID, asking for organizational email IDs. Sir, actually, Power BI is directly related to the Microsoft product, and it is presuming that you are going to use it for the organization only. Some software by the Microsoft has not created for the personal use. It is only for the organizational use. So that's why they are not allowing you to use Gmail ID. So you can take a hosting of any email. The costing is less than even 300 per month. What if different invoice number in purchase register and to be? Sir, again, I have taken the hypothetical example. So whenever I'm going to click on GST number, if there will be two in different invoice number, so two different invoice number will show two amount. Like let's say I have one invoice which is invoice number one and one dotted. So these two line item will appear separately. In that case, we need to use again transformation. Either we need to use remove dots, we need to use trim function, upper function, proper function. So we need to use these kind of things. Sir, I want to connect you. Sir, I have shared my number. Uh, uh, Say for example, for comparing GCR 2A each month, how you can replace data in existing sheet? Is it simply copy and paste or whole new sheet can be replaced? Sir, whenever you are changing whole new sheet, just think about this Power Query tool. What Power Query has done, Power Query first links source. So if you are changing the new old file with the new one, it means you are changing the source. It means the refresh button will not work. You need to update old file. Even I'm not saying old file. I need to link my softwares, direct software, or if you are updating the Excel file, you need to update the older one. Then you can take the advantage of refresh button. This is the tool in the Power BI. In Excel also, we can define Power Query for auto refresh. What is the benefit? Sir, I know we have Power Query in my Excel file, but every time whenever I am creating my dashboard, whenever I am let's say creating a chart, let's say I am sharing that file with Millimap. So what will happen? Millimap need to open that Excel file, need to update that chart. This is the drawback of the Excel file. In the Power BI, what I will do, I have created one dashboard. I will create a link. I will publish that dashboard to the Power BI server. Next time, I will simply share the link with Millimam. Millimam don't need to go to the my Power BI file. It can simply click on that link. It will update each and everything. And the one more beauty, I can copy the link and paste into PowerPoint. In the real-time presentation, it will update dashboard. So this is the means super benefit of this Power BI tool. In whenever we are using Power Query in Power BI. So because of the benefit of the Power BI, Power Query become more powerful than your Excel file. So this is the means answer of this question. Any other question, sir?
So I don't think so. We have any other questions. Sorry, this auto refresh one is done, right?
Yes, I have answered all the questions, sir.
No issues. No, no good.
So we can disconnect.
Sir, can we conclude the session?
Yes, please.
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir. It has been a very enriching session. It has been such an honor to be a part of this wonderful
Thank you, ma'am.
webcast on from Excel Power to Excel Struggle to Power BI Power, organized by the PSEC ICI. On behalf of the Professional Skills Enrichment Committee ICI, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to our speaker, CA Vikal Jain sir, for his enlightening session. A wide round of applause and thanks to the organizers,
Thank you, ma'am.
PSEC ICI, our today's speaker, CA Vikal Jain, and other stakeholders who made this webcast a memorable one. Finally, we would like to thank all of you present here and helping us make this webcast a grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ICI, once again. There is I think one question is here.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I
Yes.
have two questions. Do we need to learn SQL as well along with Power BI? Answer is no. Power BI is separate tool, SQL is separate tool. We can link both the tool simultaneously, but that is not your job. That is your IT job. How to choose which visual is appropriate while presenting the data? The answer is basically, let's say every tool is means is having different use. Let's say you want to check which percentage is correct. Let's say I have sale in four region: north, south, east, and west. I want to check which region is performing well. Then in that case, I will go for power a pie chart. And let's say I want to check a transaction level summary, then I will go for table. So even if you are getting confused in it, now we have AI tools to help on it. Or let's say you are not able to make your dashboard. Let's say you can simply ask the AI. Let's say I have this data, these columnar data I have. Don't give the data, just give the columnar reference. I want to create a dashboard. Just suggest me dashboard to create on Power BI. It will suggest all kind of tools like single card, KPI, all the thing. Then you can create a dashboard. This is the thing. I have. I hope I have answered the query, sir. Thank you, ICI, once again, and thank you, Sambit ji.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we can disconnect now. Thank you, sir.